Barcelona's most iconic and secret spots, 12 places to discover. Barcelona doesn't just sit still for photos, it moves. It sways with flamenco and chants in football stadiums, it breathes in narrow alleys and exhales across rooftops at sunset. It's art, story, rebellion, beauty, all happening at once. This guide isn't just a list, it's a path. Through 12 places, some famous, others hidden like whispers. We'll begin early, in stillness, and move step by step into the color and pulse of the city. Come with me. Bunkers del Carmel, Barcelona wakes below you. Start your day at the Bunkers del Carmel. Not a bunker anymore, but a viewpoint that locals love and tourists slowly discover. Get there at sunrise. The light hits the city before the crowds do. From this spot, Barcelona lies wide open. The Sagrada Família rises like a sculpture. The grid of Eixample stretches toward the sea. The port, the mountains, even the tiny spires of Gothic churches, all laid out like a painted map. Bring coffee, bring calm, sit on the concrete ledge, feel the wind, hear birds instead of scooters. This is where you connect with the city before it fully wakes. Passeig de Sant Juan, the locals' Rambla. Skip La Rambla for now. Instead, walk down the Passeig de Sant Juan, a quiet, sun-dappled boulevard where Barcelonans live their mornings. Here you'll find cafes with open windows, dogs on leashes, kids on scooters, and the smell of espresso and fresh bread. I'd grab a croissant de chocolate from a local bakery and walk with it. No rush, just watching life happen. You'll pass little bookstores, design shops, a few benches in the shade. It's not showy, and that's exactly why it feels like home. Hospital de Sant Pau, a hidden Art Nouveau wonder. Just up the street, a short walk brings you to Hospital de Sant Pau, and the moment you step inside, it feels like discovering a secret palace. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, but it's still one of Barcelona's most overlooked treasures. Domes, mosaics, stained glass, tiled corridors, all designed in the early 1900s by Lluís Domènech y Montaner. I'd wander slowly, look up, then look closer. Every detail here was made with care, and it shows. It's peaceful, elegant, and somehow untouched by the rush of the modern world. From here, you're just minutes away from a place that defines the whole city. Sagrada Família, not just a monument, but a feeling. You've seen photos, you know the name, but standing in front of La Sagrada Família is different. It's not finished, and maybe never will be, but that's part of its magic. The towers stretch like reaching fingers. The sculptures twist in shadow and light, and inside, it's like standing in a forest of stone and color. Sunlight pours through stained glass in reds, blues, greens, like you've stepped inside a kaleidoscope of silence. Even if you don't go inside, walk around the perimeter. See how the building shifts with every angle. This isn't just Gaudi's masterpiece. It's a city's soul still being built. Avinguda Gaudí, a quiet walk between icons. From Sagrada Família, take the Avinguda Gaudí, a pedestrian avenue lined with lampposts and little terraces. It connects the basilica to Hospital de Sant Pau, but most people don't know it by name. Sit for a minute on a bench here. Watch older couples stroll, artists sketching, someone playing soft guitar. It's just a walkway, but it holds the calm between two architectural giants. It's a reminder that beauty in Barcelona isn't just found in the big things, but in the spaces between. El Born, history that still breathes. Now head into the El Born neighborhood, and here everything shifts. The streets narrow, the stones feel older. You'll lose GPS signal in these tight alleys, and that's the point. I wouldn't follow a map here. I'd get lost on purpose. Duck into tiny squares, smell the tapas and wine in the air. Hear your footsteps echo. Then find your way to El Born Centre de Cultura y Memoria, a museum set above ancient ruins of medieval streets. You're standing over history, but surrounded by life. That contrast, it's everywhere in Barcelona. Barri Gòtic, the city beneath the city. Step from El Born into the Gothic quarter, and the air changes. It cools, echoes, deepens. You're walking streets that were laid down over 2,000 years ago. Roman walls, medieval chapels, courtyards you could almost miss, but never forget. Find Plaça Sant Felip Neri. It's small, quiet, marked by shrapnel from the Spanish Civil War, a place of memory, not just beauty. Sit by the fountain, listen to your own breath. There's something sacred here. Then let the quarter guide you, not Google. Each alley is a chance to get lost and found again. Barceloneta Beach. The city breathes out. Eventually, walk down to the water. Barceloneta Beach is not just about sun and sand, it's about rhythm. Waves, volleyball, kids chasing pigeons, locals stretched out with paperbacks, the occasional vendor singing out cold drinks. I'd kick off my shoes, walk along the edge of the sea, maybe sit on a low wall, ice cream in hand, and just let the city fade behind me for a moment. This is where Barcelona lets go, where sound becomes music, and time feels optional. Stay as long as your mind needs. Park Güell, fantasy in Mosaic. Take the metro or bus uphill to Park Güell, one of Gaudi's most playful, surreal, and iconic spaces. It's like walking through someone's dream, if that someone was part architect, part poet, part magician. Curved benches covered in colored tiles, stone walkways that feel like caves, views that stretch from mountain to sea. And at the center, those candy-colored pavilions that feel like a gingerbread village frozen in time. Don't rush this. I'd climb up to the top terrace, find a shaded spot, and sketch. Or just sit in silence. You won't forget it. Gràcia neighborhood, village inside the city. After the surreal shapes of Park Güell, head into Gràcia, the neighborhood just below the park. It feels like a village someone folded into the city. Narrow streets, quiet plazas, grandmothers on balconies. Wander aimlessly. Find Plaça de la Virreina or Plaça del Sol. Each square is its own mood. Musicians, chess players, families, and friends, all sharing shade under trees and over shared plates. I'd stop here for a rest. Not to do anything, just to be among people who are simply living. Casa Vicens, Gaudi's first wonder. Many go straight to Casa Batlló or La Pedrera, and they should. But tucked quietly into Gràcia is Casa Vicens, Gaudi's first major building, and it's unlike anything else. Bright, tiled, geometric, and floral, it's where you see the beginning of a wild genius. Fewer tourists come here, which means you can take your time, admire the colors, the tiny details, the hints of what was coming next. It feels like meeting the artist before he became a legend. Turó de la Rovira, sunset above it all. To end the day, return to where we began, above the city. But this time, not for sunrise, for sunset. Turó de la Rovira, part of the Bunkers del Carmel, is where locals go to watch the day let go. Bring something warm to wear, maybe something small to drink. Find a spot on the wall or rock. The city glows, the sea softens, the towers light up, and everyone, strangers and friends, becomes quiet. That hush, that's the sound of a city in your heart. Barcelona transport tips, easy, fast, and scenic. Barcelona's public transport is solid and simple once you know how to move. Use a T-Casual or T-Familiar ticket for up to 10 rides, valid on metro, bus, trams, and even the funicular. The metro is clean and reliable. Most sites are a short walk from a station. Buses and trams are slower but great for views, especially toward the beach or Gràcia. Apps like TMB app or Google Maps will guide you in real time. And honestly, walk whenever you can. The best parts of Barcelona live between the lines. Final thoughts. Barcelona is not just about Gaudí or beaches or buildings. It's about the feeling you get when you hear guitar in a quiet square. When the sun hits old stone just right. When your feet hurt, but you don't want to stop walking. If this guide helped you feel the rhythm of the city, not just see it, then subscribe, like, and share it with someone who's dreaming of Spain right now. And tell me in the comments, which of these 12 places would you go to first? Or what secret spot in Barcelona lives in your memory?